தங்கள் கைபேசிக்கு ஓய்வு தந்து அணைத்து வைக்கும்படி பணிவுடன் கேட்டுக்கொள்கிறோம். பட்டதாரிகள் அனைவருக்கும் ஒரு முக்கிய வேண்டுகோள். அனைவரும் தங்களுக்காக ஒதுக்கப்பட்ட இருக்கையில் அமரும்படி பணிவுடனும் அன்புடனும் கேட்டுக்கொள்கிறோம்.
Adjuvants, this is for a kind notice. Once the dignitaries have arrived, no one will be permitted from outside. So please ask your friends to come inside the hall and please be seated in the allocated space.
மாணவர்கள் யாருக்கும் புகைப்படம் எடுப்பதற்கும் காணொளி எடுப்பதற்கும் கண்டிப்பாக அனுமதி இல்லை என்பதை தெரிவித்துக் கொள்கிறோம். பட்டதாரிகள் பட்டம் பெறும்பொழுது கைத்தட்டி கர ஓசையை எழுப்ப வேண்டாம் என்று அன்புடன் கேட்டுக்கொள்கிறோம்.
இது மாணவர்கள் தங்களது பட்டத்தை பெறும்போது முதலில் வணங்கியும் பிறகு நன்றி சொல்லியும் பெற்றுக்கொள்ளுமாறு அன்புடன் நான் சொல்லவாது பெற்றோர்களோ மற்றவர்களோ மாணவர்களோ யாருக்கும் இது நிவேதா இது சொல்லலாமா? மாணவர்கள் தங்களது பட்டத்தை பெறும்போது முதலில் வணங்கியும் பிறகு நன்றி சொல்லியும் நன்றி சொல்லி வேண்டாம் நன்றி தெரிவிக்குமாறு
மாணவர்கள் தங்களது பட்டத்தை பெறும்போது முதலில் வணங்கியும் பிறகு நன்றி சொல்லியும்
அதெல்லாம் தமிழ் சொல்ல வேணாம், அதெல்லாம் எப்படி சொல்லிக்கிறாங்க அது அதுங்களே இருப்பாங்க. ஐயோ அப்போ சொல்லுங்க இன்ஃபர்மேஷன் வர போறாங்க உள்ள எல்லாரும் வரணும் கூப்பிடுறீங்களா? வெளியில எவரும் உள்ள வராம இருக்காங்க, நிறைய பேர் நிக்கிறாங்களா வெளியில? வெற்றி நமதே.
என்ன சொல்லணும்
அக்கா நீங்க அங்க போயிடுங்க சொல்லிட்டு அக்கா அவங்க வர போறாங்க.
என்ன சொல்லணும்
கேப்ரியல் சார் இது முதலில்
அதான் இப்ப வர போறாங்க 2 மினிட்ஸ்ல. நல்லா ஸ்ட்ரிக்ட்டா சைலன்ஸ் மெயின்டெய்ன் பண்ணுங்க. ஃபோன் யூஸ் பண்ணாதீங்க. மாஸ்க் போடுங்க. யாராவது வெளிய இருந்தா அவங்க உள்ள வந்துருங்க.
சார் அங்க தான் நிக்கிறேன். நம்ம கல்லூரியின் முதல்ல நிக்கிறான் பாருங்க இந்த பையன்.
இன்னும் சில நிமிடங்களில் விழா தொடங்கவிருப்பதால் பட்டதாரிகள் அனைவரும் விழா முடியும் வரை அமைதி காக்கும்படி அன்புடன் கேட்டுக்கொள்கிறோம். தவறாமல் அனைவரும் தங்களது முகக்கவசத்தை அணியும்படி பணிவுடன் கேட்டுக்கொள்கிறோம். தங்களது கைபேசிக்கு ஓய்வு தந்து அணைத்து வைக்கும்படி மிகவும் பணிவன்புடன் கேட்டுக்கொள்கிறோம். நம் கல்லூரியின் முதன்மை குழு உறுப்பினர்கள் அரங்கத்தினுள் நுழைந்து தங்களது இருக்கைகளில் அமரும் வரை அனைவரும் எழுந்து நின்று மரியாதை செலுத்தும்படி அன்புடன் கேட்டுக்கொள்கிறோம். அனைவரும் தங்களது இருக்கைகளில் இருந்தபடியே எழுந்து நின்று மரியாதை செலுத்தும்படி பணிவுடன் கேட்டுக்கொள்கிறோம்.
Graduates are requested to please be seated. வாசிக்கலாமா என்ன? ஸ்டார்ட் பண்ணலாமா?
ஸ்டார்ட் பண்ணலாம்னு நினைக்கிறேன்.
கேளு.
ஸ்டார்ட் பண்ணலாம்.
இந்த கேளுப்பா. Ladies and gentlemen, a very good morning to one and all. Talent and skills are the crops that are nurtured, groomed, and all given all possible opportunities to grow and bloom. Graduation Day is a celebration of the harvest of this crop. This is a much awaited event in every student's life as it gives a returns to the efforts put in by the students throughout the academic endeavor. It is a day full of joy, a day about pride and accomplishment, a day of celebration. It gives a sense of achievement and a sense of responsibility towards fulfilling their further commitments. It fills the heart with mixed feelings, fulfillment and sadness, ladies and gentlemen, a very good morning to one. Say goodbye to the comfortable and secure life within college walls. Get ready to march the beat of the business world. There's a lot more to come. Graduation day, challenges and opportunities. Anything is possible when you just believe in yourself. Welcome to the 9th graduation ceremony of K. Ramakrishnan College of Engineering. It is a day full of joy, a day about pride and accomplishment,
To
a day
begin
of
this
celebration.
auspicious
It
occasion,
gives a
may I
sense of
invite our
achievement
college
and a
choir
sense of
to initiate the
responsibility
ceremony
towards
by
fulfilling
honoring
their
our tradition
further
and
commitments.
culture.
It fills
Ladies
the
and
heart
gentlemen,
with mixed
may I
feelings,
request all of you to
fulfillment and
please stand for the
sadness. Ladies and
invocation
gentlemen,
Tamil
a very
Thai
good
Bharati.
morning to say goodbye to the comfortable and secure life within college walls. Get ready to march the beat of the business world. There's a lot more to come. Goals, challenges and opportunities. Anything is possible when you just believe in yourself. Welcome to the 9th graduation ceremony of K. Ramakrishnan College of Engineering.
வதனமென திகழ் பரத கண்டமிகு தெக்கணமும் அது சிறந்த திராவிடனன் திறனாடும் தக்க சிறு பிறை நுதலும் தரித்தனரும் திலகமுமே அத்திலக வாசனை போல் அணித்துலகும் இன்பமுற எத்திசையும் புகழ் மணக்க இருந்த பெரும் தமிழனுக்கே
Thank you all. Please take your seats. I take immense pleasure in requesting our revered Executive Director, Dr. S. Kuppuswamy, the sculptor of determination and self-confidence, who incessantly chisels only the excellence of individuals, to declare the graduation ceremony open. Please, sir.
Good morning. I hereby declare the graduation ceremony open.
Thank you, sir. To give a red carpet welcome to everyone assembled here, may I take the pleasure of requesting our respected principal, Dr. D. Srinivasan, to welcome the gathering. Please, sir.
Good morning. I hereby declare the graduation ceremony open.
K. Ramakrishnan College of Engineering, Autonomous, Samayapuram, Trichy. 9th Graduation Day Report. Today, on
Thank you,
19th
sir.
March 2022,
To
Saturday.
give a red carpet welcome
A very pleasant
everyone
morning to one and
assembled
all
here,
present
may I
here.
take the pleasure of requesting
It is an
our
auspicious
respected
occasion
principal, Dr. D.
for me to
Srinivasan,
welcome you
to
all
welcome the
for the
gathering.
9th
Please, sir.
Graduation Day of K. Ramakrishnan College of Engineering. It gives me an immense pleasure to welcome our
Good morning. I hereby declare
most
the
respected
graduation
chairman
ceremony
of our institution. Is not available today because of the busy schedule. Dr. K. Ramakrishnan sir at this juncture from Trichy. 9th graduation day report. K. Ramakrishnan today Health and Education Trust members 2022 Saturday.
To give a red carpet
A very
welcome
pleasant
to
and I would like to
everyone
extend my
taking the
warm
pleasure
welcome
of
to our
requesting
Executive
our
Director
principal, Dr. D.
of our
Srinivas.
institution, Dr. S.
Welcome
Kupuswamy
to
sir, for his
Sir.
gracious presence on this occasion of engineering. It gives me I also welcome our Dr. Vasudevan, most respected chairman of our institution, principal of K. Ramakrishnan College of Technology, our sister institution. I welcome you, sir. A hearty welcome to the placement officer, heads of various departments, and devoted staff members. My word of welcome goes
To give a red carpet
next to the parents, graduates, who are the prime source of the function and to all other invitees. I once again welcome all the dignitaries on the dais and off the dais. Today is a very special day of our graduates who are seated at the front and looking so beaming this morning. I welcome you, sir. Completion of engineering is yet another step departments and in the educational path you see. It shows a great deal of next to work and dedication on your part. I congratulate wholeheartedly for your success. In the academic year 2020-2021, our college has secured 93.99% in odd semester and 98.99 in the even semester. The front and looking in the end semester examinations from the batch of 2016 and 20. K. Ramakrishnan College of Engineering secured 10th position in November-December 2019 examination with the pass percentage of 70.82 and secured 31st position in April-May 2020 examination with the pass percentage of 99.96 in the results declared by Anna University, Chennai. I feel happy to record that our college was accredited with A grade by NAC in March 2016 and got ISO accreditation in 2017. By ensuring the assurance of quality and relevance of education, the college got NBA accreditation for 3 programs with the pass percentage such as Trichy, Electrical and Electronics Engineering, Electronics and Communication Engineering, and Mechanical Engineering. And also the college has been conferred with ISO 9001-2015 in the results declared by in 2019. I feel happy to add another gem in the crown of K. Ramakrishnan College of Engineering. UGC has granted autonomous status in 2019. Our institution, K. Ramakrishnan College of Engineering, has been certified as QS, IGAS, E-Learning Excellence for academic digitization, E-Lead. We are the first group of institutions in Trichy zone to be certified as E-Lead Institute by international ranking body QS, IGAS. And also the college has furthermore, we have secured 150 out of 150 points in the audit process and also became the 11th institute in Tamil Nadu to be rated as Q E-Lead. The college has filed 91 Indian patents in which 88 patents are being published and 10 patents are granted besides 13 international patents. Also filed in which 12 patents have been granted. The college has total of 525 articles and 22 H-Index in Scopus and 17 H-Index in Web of Science. The college has received a funding of 11th institute rupees 21,79,759 through Department of Mechanical Engineering and 20,45,425 as a funding through Department of Electronics and Communication Engineering and rupees 3,16,173 as a funding through Department of Electrical and Electronics Engineering and 57,000 as funding through Department of Computer Science and Engineering and 2,30,000 as funding through Department of Information and Technology, which accounts to a total college funding of around 48,44,357. The most exalted and laudable accomplishments in the history of Ramakrishnan College of Engineering is the pinnacle of placement achievement. I am contented to say that a total of 306 students were placed with 476 offers in the academic year 2019 and 20 in various reputed companies like Tata Consultancy Services, Wipro, Infosys, Odisha Technologies, Capgemini, Mindtree, IBM, Infobee, MRF, TDS, HCL, Vuram Technologies, Melacra, Aspirant Systems, and Amazon, etc. In the history of Ramakrishnan College, may I take this opportunity to pronounce that I am contented to say that a total of 306 students were placed with 476 offers in the academic year 2019 and 20 in various reputed companies like Tata Consultancy Services, Wipro, Infosys, Odisha Technologies, Capgemini, Mindtree, IBM, Infobee, MRF, TDS, HCL, Vuram Technologies, Melacra, Aspirant Systems, and Amazon, etc. In the history of Ramakrishnan College, may I take this opportunity to pronounce that I am contented to say that a total of 306 students were placed with 476 offers in the academic year 2019 and 20 in various reputed companies like Tata Consultancy Services, Wipro, Infosys, Odisha Technologies, Capgemini, Mindtree, IBM, Infobee, MRF, TDS, HCL, Vuram Technologies, Melacra, Aspirant Systems, and Amazon, etc. In the history of Ramakrishnan College, may I take this opportunity to pronounce that I am contented to say that a total of 306 students were placed with 476 offers in the academic year 2019 and 20 in various reputed companies like Tata Consultancy Services, Wipro, Infosys, Odisha Technologies, Capgemini, Mindtree, IBM, Infobee, MRF, TDS, HCL, Vuram Technologies, Melacra, Aspirant Systems, and Amazon, etc. In the history of Ramakrishnan College, may I take this opportunity to pronounce that I am contented to say that a total of 306 students were placed with 476 offers in the academic year 2019 and 20 in various reputed companies like Tata Consultancy Services, Wipro, Infosys, Odisha Technologies, Capgemini, Mindtree, IBM, Infobee, MRF, TDS, HCL, Vuram Technologies, Melacra, Aspirant Systems, and Amazon, etc. In the history of Ramakrishnan
departments, Principal of KRCT, Dr. Vasudevan, staff members, and my dear graduates, good morning to you all. It's a great day for you all, right? Would have waited for this day for too long. If I'm right, this event got postponed at least on 2 occasions. We should have had this event at least 2-3 months back, but for some unavoidable reasons, we are forced to postpone this event. Sorry. In fact, when it got postponed for the second time, I was suggesting the principal, sir, may not be possible for us to have this event at this point of time. Why can't we call the students and hand over the certificates to them, let them collect the certificates from the COA office? But I was told by the principal, students are not willing to collect the certificates from the office So far, I was told only 17 students have collected the certificates from the office. Even after 2 years of graduation, only 17 students have collected. Remaining students are like waiting for this occasion, and you have made it the day. But for your interest, we would not have organized this event. Normally, we do this event in a grand manner, inviting a guest. But this time, maybe because of this pandemic, we were unable to do it. Anyhow, you have made it happen. You are here for this occasion. And you passed out at least 2 years back. A lot has changed over the last 2 years. And this pandemic has created problem for all, be it students, college, industry, businessman, whoever it be. It created a lot of trouble for everyone, and slowly we are coming out of it. Right? This 2 years would have taught you a lot. One thing I would like to insist here is that most of you would have come to the conclusion, yes, I graduated 2 years back, I passed out in 2020, and that was the end of my learning. So my teachers compelled me to learn something, my HODs compelled me to learn something, my parents forced me to study for my examination, and all those things are not required now. I have come out of that learning cycle. Please do not have that mindset. You have completed your graduation, you are getting your degree, but doesn't mean you need to stop your learning. See, I always emphasize, learning has to be a continuous process. You need to be a lifelong learner. Why you should be a lifelong learner? What will be the profession you are in? Whether you're going to be a student or a businessman, or you're going to work for a company, what will be the job you are going to do, you need to be a lifelong learner. It's very difficult, right? It's very difficult to be a lifelong learner, but you need to be. So how to remain like a lifelong learner? Either there are of course couple of ways by which you can be a lifelong learner. One, the best method is you need to read a lot. Right? Reading a lot of books will always keep you updated. But again, the biggest problem with us is we will not find time for reading books. We'll have time for Facebook, we'll have time for WhatsApp, we'll have time for Instagram and all those things, but we'll not find time for reading books, right? But somehow we need to find time for reading books. In fact, I've got a friend of mine who's working in Bank of America as a chief risk officer, maybe at the level of vice president. When I was interacting with him a few months back, he was telling, of late, he has started investing in shares. Maybe he's investing in shares, he said. I said, how is your experience with regard to investment in shares? He said, even before I started this investment in shares, I read about 50 books. Before I started my investment in shares, he said, I read about 50 books, and after that, I started investing in shares. And by this time, he said, I have completed another 50 books. So far, he has read 100 books on investment. He said, 50 to 60% of the books are on psychology, not with share market trading. When it comes to investment in shares, he said it's more of psychology. So I've read about 50 to 60 books on psychology, remaining 30, 40 books on the investment tricks. I've read about 100 books. And he said the initial phase of learning was something different, where I was focusing only on what was available in the book. Later, it was a combination of reading and doing something. He was reading books. At the same time, he was investing in shares. He said learning was happening on two methods. One, by reading books. The second one was by investing in shares. The same thing is applicable for you. I'm not telling that you need to go for shares. One, you can read books and learn. Second method is you can do something, and by doing so, you can learn new things. That's the second way of learning, by doing. And the third thing is, very easily what you can do is, you can interact with people, you can attend programs, you can travel a lot. By all those means, you can learn. So either by reading, or by doing, or by interacting with people, be a lifelong learner. That's absolutely essential, whatever be the profession you are in. And second thing, I often mention about this curiosity, because these two things are linked to each other. I was mentioning about lifelong learning, now I'm telling about curiosity. See, if you want to be a lifelong learner, you need to have that curiosity. Without curiosity, you cannot be a lifelong learner. What is curiosity? Like how to be curious enough. This, you can always learn from kids. See, you would have observed kids, right? How difficult it is for you to deal with a 3-year-old or a 4-year-old kid. It is going to be easy or difficult for you to deal with a 3-year-old or 4-year-old kid. It's very difficult because they'll pose n number of questions to you. What is this? What is that? What is this? Why not this? Why not this one? They'll pose n number of questions. How it comes, those kind of questions? It comes because of their curiosity to know new things. But over a period of time, by the time you go to 10th standard, maybe a kid goes to 10th standard, the number of questions asked would have come down drastically. And by the time you come to college, that habit moves out. Maybe you'll be interacting with friends, but you'll not pose much of questions to your staff members. You'll not put your staff members under pressure by asking these kind of questions. Why not this way? Why not that way? You'll not create, right? You would not have created for that matter, right? So as you grow up, your curiosity level dips. Please ensure that it is not dipping. So whatever the kind of curiosity you had when you were in 5th standard or 4th standard, please ensure that you maintain the same level of curiosity even now, even after 10 years, even after 20 years. Even at the age of 60, you need to be curious. Even at the age of 70, you need to be curious to learn new things. When you have got this curiosity, this lifelong learning, what I was mentioning earlier, will automatically happen. And because of this too, because of your curiosity and your lifelong learning mindset, what will happen is you are upgrading yourself on a continuous basis. If you're curious and if you're a lifelong learner, your level moves up automatically without your knowledge. And what will be the position you are in, what will be the level you are in, you need to look at upgradation. In fact, principal was highlighting about the achievements of this college over the last 1 year or so, or 2 years or so. Right? A few things I would like to highlight. When I was talking about like upgradation, I thought how this college has grown after you graduated. You graduated in 2020. I can say 3 things have changed a lot in this campus over the last 2 years. The first thing is the college has got autonomous status. When you graduated in 2020, it was a non-autonomous college with the university curriculum. But now the college is an autonomous institution. Now what's the difference between an autonomous college and a non-autonomous college? One, of course, the examinations will be conducted by the college. The degree will be given by the university. Autonomous status is given by the UGC to colleges which have completed 10 years of service and which have got NAC A and above. And of course, they will do an inspection, and based on that, they'll get autonomous status to college. By that method, we got autonomous. See, autonomous is not to make the students pass in the examination. There are many students who always believe, see, I was in university pattern, it was difficult for me to get through, whereas the current batch of autonomous students will find it easy to get through in the examination. No, that's not the point. I often say this, there are 3 things associated with your teaching learning. One is your content, the other one is your delivery, the third thing is your assessment. When we were an affiliated institution without autonomous status, we were taking care of only the delivery part. The content and assessments were handled by the university. But when we got autonomous status, yes, all the 3. The content, the college is going to have its own curriculum, delivery pattern, and the assessment. Everything is to be decided by the college. See, the purpose of autonomous is to enhance the quality of education so that you become industry ready. The course is flexible enough to cater to the needs of the industry. That's the reason we have gone for this autonomous status. And another upgradation, what has happened in the college is the placements. Of course, principal was mentioning about your batch placement. And when you compare your batch placement with that of the current batch, see, you would have done well. But this batch, of course, they have even exceeded your own performance. Going by the records, the average salary of the current batch, the current final year batch, it is about around 4.3 lakh rupees, the average salary of the students in final year. It has improved by at least 40% when compared with that of your batch. The average salary of the current batch has gone up by at least 50% even when compared with that of your batch. So it means the autonomous and other things, it's progressing in the right direction. And the third aspect where the college earliest back with regard to setting these ambitious targets or goals, this was shared by a chartered accountant in a meeting. He was sharing this. He said he along with his friend went for an interview. The interviewer was sitting in a 10 by 10 room. He was sitting in a 10 by 10 room with a steno to assist him. He conducted an interview. Post that interview, he said, no, what do you want to achieve in your life? where do you see yourself just like 20 years down the line? Then these boys said, oh, we want to work in this company, we want to do small things. No, he said, no, I want you to be very clear on it. Where do you see yourself 20 years down the line? So if he said, the interviewer said, if you ask me this question, I would say, 5 years down the line, my company's turnover should be in hundreds of crores. 10 years down the line, my company's turnover should be in thousands of crores. 15 years down the line, my company should be ahead of Hindujas. 20 years down the line, my company should be India's #1 company. This is what the interviewer told these two guys. And this chartered accountant said, on hearing this from the interviewer, he said, I hope we have come to a wrong place. Whereas a guy who is sitting in a 10 by 10 office with one steno says, 20 years down the line, I want my company to be the #1 company in India, and 15 years down the line, I want to be ahead of Hindujas. So something wrong with this guy. This is not the place for me to work, and we came out. And he said, after 20 years, we realized we made a mistake by not joining that company. The man who said 20 years down the line, my company has to become #1 company, while he was sitting in a 10 by 10 office, was none other than Dhirubhai Ambani, the founder of Reliance Industries. He said, even when he was sitting in a 10 by 10 office, he had that goal. I want my company to be #1 in India, not after achieving great things, even when he was having a small office, right? No, you need to set ambitious goals. I'm not telling that you need to have the same kind of goal, but for yourself, you need to set some sort of ambitious goals. I need to achieve something in my life. Based on the first three, definitely you can always go for this ambitious goals. See, when you set ambitious goals, what happens is that your performance will improve. The setting ambitious goals leads to improved performance, right? See, when you set a target of scoring 80, definitely you will end up with at least 70, 75, right? When you set a target of 40, you will end up with 30, 35. See, your achievement is based on your targets or goals. So the moment you start setting ambitious goals for yourself, your performance will go a long way, and definitely you will see improvement in your performance. So what happens after your improved performance? Generally, when you start performing well, with improved performance in any profession for that matter, you will start getting respect of others. People will start valuing you. See, the moment you start performing in your company, if you're working for a company, or if you're doing your own business, the moment you start performing well, your value in the organization moves up. People will start respecting you, your package will move up, right? Your promotions will happen automatically, and all those things will normally follow you, right? Will it happen or not? Definitely it will happen. Your value in the organization will move up. When your value in the organization moves up, either in terms of monetary benefits or position, if it moves up, if people start respecting you, what happens to your self-esteem? The next comes your self-esteem. Your self-esteem also improves. You start believing in yourself. When others start respecting you, when your position moves up, when your promotion comes in, when your increment comes in, and all those things start coming in, then your self-respect, your self-esteem moves up. So you start believing in yourself. Yes, I am capable of doing this. I am capable of doing even more, right? As a result of which, you start believing in yourself. You become happy about yourself. Yes, I have done something, and I can do even more better, right? You start believing in yourself. When you start believing in yourself, when you start respecting yourself, then comes happiness. So we all work for happiness, right? No, you need to look at this way. So happiness comes out of your own self-esteem. So happiness will not come due to anything else. It comes because of your self-respect or self-esteem, and you become happy about yourself, happy about your achievements, right? And finally, this happiness will lead to success. I often say, I'm not sure whether success will bring happiness to you or not, but happiness will definitely bring success to you in your life, right? And what I'm expecting from you is that, so where I mentioned lifelong learning, right? I started with lifelong learning, and I'm ending with success, maybe before that happiness. So all your success, happiness, all depends on the first two things, whatever I was mentioning, your lifelong learning or the curiosity. If you're able to focus on those two things, and the last two things, your happiness and success, will naturally come to you. What I'm expecting from you is that, from an institutional point of view, stay connected. So you're going to get your degree now, and after that you may not have any official connect with the college, but still be in touch with your staff members, be in touch with your HOD or principal. Stay connected for a mutually beneficial relationship. Thank you. All the best.
Thank you, sir. Graduates are requested not to clap during the ceremony. It's a kind request from our side. Passion is unstoppable. It drives you crazy enough to achieve things beyond imaginable. It's time to honor the university rank holders of K. Ramakrishnan College of Engineering. I request the Controller of Examination of K. Ramakrishnan College of Engineering, Dr. R. Kamraj, to honor them. Please, sir. Here comes the parade of university rank holders with their respective HODs.
I, Dr. R. Kamaraj, Controller of Examinations, present unto you the candidates in person, the university rank holders who have been certified after examination to be duly qualified to receive the degree of Anna University, Chennai. So first, Pavitra K, ME Communication System, University rank 6. ME Computer Science and Engineering, Swati D, University rank 9. BE Computer Science, Kavya S, University rank 2nd. Sandhya K, University rank 19. BE Computer Science, Meenakshi M, University rank 20. Rank 21. So BE Triple E, Aruna K, University rank 2nd. BE ECE, Bharat Kumar, University rank 18.
Now I pleased to invite Head and Assistant Head in Department of Computer Science and Engineering from KRCE to present the candidates.
I, Professor L. Amuda, present unto you the candidates in person, the Computer Science and Engineering, who have been certified after examination to be duly qualified to receive the degrees of Anna University, Chennai. Now, the students are requested to come over the stage to receive the degree. Afrin Fatima M.
Candidates are requested not to clap during the ceremony, please. Not to clap during the ceremony.
Aarti E. Aarti SK. Abhinaya K. Abhinaya N. Akash A. Akshaya M. Akshaya T. Akshaya C. Anna Kamakshi R. Aravind R. Arjun R. Aarti R. M. Akshaya N. Balachandran M. Beulah Claribel S. Bavadarani M. Borshia Vinci T. Darshini S. Gokul S. Hamilton Raj J.A. Harita B. Jeremiah Prem Kumar J. Jyoti Meena R. Kalabharati A. Kamali M. Karthikeyan S. Kavya M. Kirtiga N.A. Lekha R. Liberita A. Lisa Evangeline L. Madhumita M. Malati M. Matesh N. Nandini J. Niranjana B. Nirmala K. Nishantini N. Nitasha MS. Nitish Kumar R. Preeti J. Priscilla R. Priya S. Priyadarshini B. Priyadarshini S. Raghuram R. Rahul S. Rajamanikam V. Ramesh Kumar V. Ram Kumar K. Ramya MG. Rita Devi S. Ruba S. Shakti Kirtana S. Samsruddin A. Sandhya H. Saravana M. Sarika M. Satish Kumar R. Sriniti ST. Shiporal Shiny D. Shivani M. Soundarya R. Soundarya K. Soumya A. Soundarya T. Subhakirtana G. Shuganti K. Shukirta S. Sundari C. Supraja M. Surya P. Surya Prasant S. Tamil Chelvi R. Karunya J. Dilip Kumar S. Varsha R. Vikas K. Vishnupriya R. Vivekanandan R. K. Punita R. V. Thank you.
Now I request the head and assistant head in Department of Electrical and Electronics Engineering from KRCE to present the candidates.
I, Professor A. Subramania Shiva, Assistant Head, present unto you the candidates in person, the Electricals and Electronics Engineering, who have been certified after examination to be duly qualified to receive the degree of Anna University, Chennai. Now, the students are requested to come over the stage to receive the degree. Gayatri D. Kalpana K. Kritika S. Santosh Kumar T. Sadish Kumar S. Abdul Rahman KSH. Abnas HS. Akash R. Akshaya S. Arokyadas S. Ashwin K. Deepana T. Devadarshini R. Dharani B. Dharani J. Durga Devi R. Ilakya G. Ganga S. Hariharan R. Harikrishna K. Hemamalini K. Hema R. Hemavadi V. Aishwarya M. Karthik S. Karthika B. Karthikeyan P. Kaviragul S. Kirtana B. Kritika D. Kumareshwaran K. Lily Vaishali A. Lokesh R. Madhumita R. Mahalakshmi N. Masila Mani S. Naveen Kumar S. Nikila R. Pavitra V. Percy J. Preeta R. Preetika M. Rachel Joy S. Ramya Shri P. Ranjit Skanda R. Ranjita M. Ravina C. Sangeeta R. Sarathi M. Satish TK. Satyageeta I. Shalini K. Shivashakti Raman N. Soundarya S. Sridhar A. Subhajayashri J. Shubhashini T. Sudarshan S. Sunil Kumar V. Vidya A. Vishnu Priya B. Vishwanath K. Thank you.
Now I invite the Head and Assistant Head and Department of Electronics and Communication Engineering from KRC to present the candidates.
I, Professor T. Muruganandam, Assistant HOD, present and you the candidates in person the communication systems who have been certified after examination to be duly qualified to receive the degrees of Gayatri R. Priyadarshini R. I, Professor T. Muruganandam, AHOD, present and you the candidates in person, the Electronics and Communication Engineering who have been certified after examination to be duly qualified to receive the degrees of Anna University, Chennai. Now the students are requested to come over the stage to receive the degree. Ashley Benicia, A. Abhinaya K. Abhinaya T. Abhirami R. Ajay R. Ajay Joshua S. Akila Nandini R. Arun R. Ashok Kumar S. Aswini B. Bharani P.S. Pavitra B. Bharat P. Bharati S. Bhavani K. Devi Shyamala C. Dharani R. Darun Kumar R. Ishwarya P. Yes sir, Infanta Jennifer A. Gayatri B. Gayatri K. Gayatri PL. Gayatri T. Hira Banu S. Hemalada J. Aishwarya J. Aishwarya M. Janani A. Jane Hepzibah A. Jayashree S. Jemima J. Josna Mary J. Kalaipriya D. Kanimoli S. Kasturi Pattu A. Kirtana R. Kirti P. Kritika S. Kritika R. Kishore Kumar R. Kritika J. Lindsay T. Macron A. Madhumita G. Maragadam B. Mayor Nirosa R. Meena K. Milan Victor B. Muhammad Asif Z. Monica R. Monisha R. Mukesh B. Mukesh Ram S. Muralidharan S. Nandini A. Nandini R. Nandini S. Nirmal Kumar K. Nitish S. Niveta L. Niveta K. Niveta SK. Nivetita KR. Parameswari P. Parkavi K. Pavita R. Pavitra Mira S. Pradeep B. Pradishta B. Preeti Jones M. Preeti S. Priyadarshini S. Priyadarshini T. Priyadarshini C. Raghavendra S. Rahul S. Rahul K. Ranjani Hilda Mary I. Ranjit D. Renita D. Reshma D. Reshma N. Revati T. Sabir Mohammed S. Sandeep D. Sangavi S. Sangeeta M. Sangeeta V. Sanjay Kumar M. Saranya K. Saranya R. Satyan S. Sally Lispa A. Sam Nithis S. Sarmila Devi K. Shobana T. Sivasankari S. Smita Rai L. Sonia C. Soumya K. Soumya P. Srinidhi P.S. Srinivasan M. Subhiksha S. Sudarshan R. Suganya R. Sugashini T. Suryalada K. Sushma M. Sushma R. Suvalakshmi S. Suveda V. Dhanushri B. Vaisali P. Basanti S. Vignesh G. Vigneshwaran B. Vijay K. Yogesh M. Suruthi N. Thank you.
Graduates are requested to maintain silence. Again, I am repeating. Graduates are requested to maintain silence, please. Now I invite the head and assistant head in Department of Mechanical Engineering from KRCE to present the candidates. Graduates, please maintain silence.
I, Professor K. Chelamuthu, Assistant Head, present unto you the candidates in person, the mechanical engineering, who have been certified after examination to be duly qualified to receive the degrees of Anna University, Chennai. Now the students are requested to come over to the stage to receive the degree. Anbalagan M, Anbu Chelapan R, Aravind Sami P, Arul Trinavakarasu, Arun Kumar, Asik Mohammed, Ashok Kumar, Balamurugan, Darius Zero, Deepak, Divagaran S, Ishwar Arvind, Ganesh OP, Ganesh Prasad, Jiroraj, Gautam, Guhan, Gurumurthy, Harikrishnan, Harish K, Harish M, Harisankar, Jabanesh, Jeevan, Jeevanandam, Jagadishwaran H, Kandar Guru, Karthik R, Karthik S, Karthikeyan C. Kishore Kumar R. Kausik. Kumareshan. Lokeswaran KS. Lokesh S. Maharaja K. Mahesh Babu S. Mohan Kumar M. Muralidharan M. Nandakumar K. Naveen Kumar A. Naveen Murugan. Naveen. Nidaharan. Nitish. Prabhakar Sainath. Prabhu V. Prasanna Balaji. Premi. Rahul Bharat. Ronald Samson. Ruparaj. Sabarish G. Sanjay Viganna. Sandosh Ian. Sandosh Kadravan. Sheba Christie. Sheba Christie R. Sivaneswaran R. Sivasankaran T. Somasundaram. Sundara Ganapati. Tamil Selvan. Tilak. Umabadi. Vairava Sundaram. Vasanta Kumar. Vasant Kumar V. Veerakumar. Vijay Vignesh. Vishnu. Vishnu Ram. Aravind A. Ilavarasan P. Jawahar Ali J. Maniyandan R. Mohan S. Murthy S. Rajadurai C. Rajan R. Rajesh Kannan. Sivaram. Vijay S. Thank you.
Dear graduates, you are requested.
I, Mrs. P. Janet Mary Portia, Assistant Professor, present unto you the candidates in person, the Master of Business Administration, who have been certified after examination to be duly qualified to receive the degree of Anna University, Chennai. Now, the students are requested to come over the stage to receive the degree. Miss Anusia M. Miss Bhanupriya M. Mr. Gurucharan C. Mr. Harish S.M. Miss Kirtana N. Miss Kirtana S. Miss Malini M. Mr. Pandian B. Miss Parameshwari K. Miss Parkavi S. Miss Rajeshri S. Miss Sahundala Devi P. Miss Saranya R. Mr. Satya Narayanan V. Mr. Karthikeyan S.
Gurucharan. Balachandar. Benjamin. Arjun, Karan, Muthukumar, Naveen Raja, Lokeshwaran, Karthikeyan I, Ravi Puja, Hariharan S, Rahul T, Kalaiselvam A, Maniyandan S, Muttamil Selvan, Parthiban, Giri Prasad, Manivasagam J, Murugesan K, Kavin A, Sriram RP, Ram Prasad, Ram Prasad, Nandakumar, Praveen, Kanimuli, Nityavani, Kanimuli P, Maniyandan M, Dinesh T, Rajesh Kumar K, Abdul Bashid, Meenachi Sundarasan, Nitin, Balamurugan, Gunamadi. Thank you.
request, please maintain silence. Showing respect is the conscience of affirmity. I request our beloved principal, Dr. D. Srinivasan, to dissolve the pledge. Please, sir. The candidates are requested to stand up for taking pledge and remain standing till the conferment of degree gets over.
K. Ramakrishnan College of Engineering, Autonomous, Samayapuram, Trichy, 9th graduation day on 19th March 2022, Saturday. Pledge. I request the candidates to stand up for the pledge. We shall, in thought, word and deed, ever endeavor to be scrupulously honest in the discharge of our duties in our profession, and shall uphold the dignity and integrity of our profession and the honor of our university. We shall uphold and advance social order and the well-being of our fellow members, and shall devote all our energy to promote the unity, integrity, and the secular ideal of our country. So, conferment of degrees. By virtue of the authority vested in me as the principal of K. Ramakrishnan College of Engineering, I admit you to the degrees in the faculties of Computer Science and Engineering, Electrical and Electronics Engineering, Electronics and Communication Engineering, Mechanical Engineering, and Management Studies, for which you have been declared qualified in Anna University, and in token thereof, you have been presented with those degrees. And I authorize you to wear the robes ordained as the insignia of your degrees. The candidates can sit.
Thank you, sir. Ends are temporary. It paves way for the better to come. I would like to invite the Executive Director of our institution, Dr. S. Kuppaswamy, to dissolve the graduation day ceremony. Please, sir.
I dissolve this graduation ceremony.
Thank you, sir. Patriotism starts within a citizen. I request the gathering to stand for national anthem.
जनगण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलति तरंगा तब शुभ नामे जाहे तब शुभ आशीष माहे गाहे तब जय गादा जनगण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे.
Thank you, dignitaries, and thank you all for this grand ceremony success. Once again, thank you. Graduates, you can avail tea and coffee at the outside of hall. And graduates, you can avail the refreshments, tea and snacks in the outside hall.
जो ना पास तू तो आती ढंग से सांस नहीं, चिड़चिड़ा सा रहता हूँ मैं, लगता कुछ भी खास नहीं। जब से मरने लगे हैं तुझ पे बचने की कोई आस नहीं मेरी। जिंदगी में आई जब से वाइब ही बदल गई, घूमता था मैं आवारा लाइफ सी संभल गई, दुनिया मेरी डार्क सी में लाइट सी एक जल गई है। मेरी बातों में हो सा गया, मेरी रातों में दिल हो सा गया, प्यार कहते जिसको फाइनली वो हो सा गया, फाइनली फाइनली फाइनली। रहा ना पहले से शायद समझ में कुछ न आए, बोलो ना क्या किया जाए, अब आंखों से नींद है गायब, खुश मैं इतना क्यों, तुझको तो फिक्रों में क्यों, जाने क्या हुआ मुझे, तेरे प्यार में चमकू जैसे जुगनू।
शेप में हैप्पीनेस रहने लगी मेरी जेब में, हारने में है मजा ये वो गेम है, हालत जो है तेरी मेरी भी सेम है।